Hello, everybody. It's Darren with I Survived Suicide. So, a few days update here all at once. So, today's the 23rd. On Monday, I had my meeting with Jacob at Alberta Mountain Air. Guy's awesome. They're being great. I was panicking going in just because I had no jobs on the calendar. I was like, do I have a job? Because they had picked up the vehicle when I was in the hospital. Um, so I was kind of a little bit, anxiety driving in. As I was leaving the house, like Mason picked me up. I was leaving the house. I got a phone call from the Alberta Health Board. I had left them some messages trying to get counseling going and things like that. But they did their phone interview first, just to see what was going on and just kind of get me set up in the system. So that was about half an hour. Mason sat in the parking lot for probably half an hour, if not a little bit longer, just waiting, just to make sure I had a ride home, that I was going to be able to take the truck and get home. So awesome on him. He's taking time out of his day, because he's a general. You don't work, you don't get paid. We're not salary. We're totally like, if we're not working, we're not moving, we're not getting paid. So I mean, he's taking time out of his day. He's driving me around. He's picking me up. Even Friday they picked me up. Like, he took time off of work, out of his customers to do that. So the guy's amazing. Anyway, so I had a nice meeting with Jacob and Doug, the owner, Alberta Mountain Air, based out of Calgary. It's fabulous having a company that's actually supporting. Now, legally they can't fire me, but they don't have to give me any work either. I could call in every day and, I got nothing for you. Coming tomorrow. Now, Jake was bending over backwards trying to help me out. Trying to take it easy on me. The first words out of his mouth, when I went into the meeting there, was, "How are you doing, and what do you need from me?" Like, not, let's get this shit going. Like, what do you need? Like, what's going on? What do you need? Like, it's just, I mean, everybody's got their own demons, and everybody battles their own differently. Some guys are just, whatever, water off a duck's back. Some guys are like me, that I take everything to heart. So it's great having the support from Doug and Jacob and the office. So I just can't, having a company that's actually supporting me, are great. We're only doing, I'm on modified hours, so I'm only doing 3 or 4 hours a day until, like, it hurts putting my boots on. So I'm putting my boots on 3 or 4 or 5, 10 times a day, like, running out to the truck, grabbing a part. It's hard on the footwear. So he's taking it easy on me. So, and that's awesome. Anyways, Tuesday I had 2 jobs. My knees were killing me. I had to do some rewiring on a condenser and rewiring inside another job was rewiring inside a furnace. So I'm on my knees, and I'm trying to not wrap them, just so that they'll actually heal up a little bit better, a little bit quicker. Because when you start wrapping it, you're starving it of air, and it just takes longer to heal. So I'm trying to not bandage them up as much as possible. But I was hurting yesterday. They were not. My body was in pretty rough shape getting home. But I did get a call yesterday from the counselor for to try and arrange the appointment. Now, this may bite me in the ass later. We'll see what happens. But I've talked to a few people. There's 2 counselors here in Strathmore. One's a guy, one's a girl, and nothing against either one of them. But I've talked to a couple people, and they all recommend talking to the guy. He's just a little bit easier for my personality type to talk to, and I'm not the easiest. I'll spew facts all day long, like there's no issue, but to try and get deep into the heart, like what's actually going on, that's rare. Like I mean, I can spew facts about the house fire, all day long, but to express my feelings about what was going on at that moment in time, that's just it doesn't happen, which causes a lot of me mental anguish. So I keep things bottled up for that part of it. But so they recommend the guy. The girl, I could have gotten in next week, but again, a couple people suggest, just because of my personality type, the way I am, better to deal with the guy. It'd just be a little bit easier. But he's not available till the beginning of April, so that's another week out. I don't think Alberta Health will give me a problem with it. I mean, it is a condition of my release that I go to counseling. I can justify going, if I'm going to get more benefit from the guy, wouldn't waiting a week be better? So we'll see what happens. I don't think I'll have a problem, but see what happens from there. Today was another rough day, taking the boots on and off a few times. My feet are killing me, just because all the scabs and bruising that are still on the swelling's going down, so that's a plus. Also, another plus that's actually started happening is a little bit disgusting. Sorry here, folks. My poop's actually turning to normal color, just because of all the carbon that they're putting in. Because it helps absorb my chemical concoction that I mixed up. That's actually now pretty much discharging out of the body. So my mouth still tastes like sandpaper. Drinking, it's always dry. I bought my first pop today, and I can't even drink it. It's like my mouth is burning. So I'm hoping that goes away. Anybody got any ideas on remedies for that? I was gonna try some warm salt water tonight, see if that helped. But I mean, that could just be time too. So we'll see what happens with that. Today's been a little rough. Again, boots on and off. Walking around. The vehicle's comfortable to drive, so it's not, so driving isn't an issue. It's just it's walking and stairs and putting the boots on and off. So pretty much the first thing I do when I get home after I'm doing things like this is I strip my pants and my socks off, just so it's like I'm not rubbing against clothing. And the socks are kind of restricting on the feet. I've come to a bit of a realization, not to try too hard. I took a load to the garbage yesterday, and I took a load this morning. Little steps, baby steps. Like I can't expect to have the place clean in a couple days. I spent 2 years in this mess. I mean, I've been here longer, but it's like really the last cleanup I did was before COVID, before we had the lockdown. So, get home with my trade and my job and my body. I'm tired, I'm bagged, I'm exhausted. So there's been times where I've come home and just, I've been so tired and so sore, I don't even eat. I just go to bed. I'm working on that. That's another thing, got to start eating a little bit healthier and things like that. But, if I can promise myself to take one load to the garbage every day, it's one load out of 100. So, then tomorrow will be 99 loads, and then the next day will be 90. So I'm guessing how many, I got no idea. But, yesterday I took 2 garbage bags into the bin, and today I took probably a dozen pizza boxes, because I just my bin's not right around the corner. It's at the end of the parking lot, so it's actually completely opposite direction of the way I'm going. So it's a bit of a trek to walk there, get in the room, throw it in the garbage, and then walk all the way back. So it's sheer laziness, completely. But if I can keep on doing one load every time I go out, then it will get done. So that's kind of something I'm working on. Just trying not to, I'm trying not to set the expectation going, okay, this place is clean this weekend, because physically, mentally, I'm not going to be able to handle it. But if I can go, okay, I'm doing one load of garbage every day, it will get there. I've let myself go, I've let the place go, and now it's a road to get cleaned up. So something I'm working on, something I'm working for. I'm writing some notes down for my counseling appointment. That's on the 5th of April. Things I want to talk to the counselor about. Money, and how much does he get in charge? Is Alberta Health covering any of this, or is it all my benefits? Because I've only got so much benefits that I'll cover, and this is not a recommendation. This is mandatory. So I'm hoping Alberta Health can cover some of that. See maybe what we can do with can I get bumped to the top of the list for a dog from the Humane Society before this lady gets another dog, that she's got 3 in the house already, because I've seen that a few times. So it's timing. Anytime I've tried to get a dog, it's a day late, dollar short. It's just, I got 4 dogs now. I got 3 dogs, and it's like, leave some of those for people that need them. Like, I'll see a posting on Alberta, on Paws or Arcs or Humane Society. This dog's just been posted 10 minutes ago. I get down there the next day and the dog's gone. It's like, oh, it's already adopted. It's like, yeah, she's got 4 dogs already. Some of us need these dogs. So I'm gonna see if we can do something like a service dog. I'm not looking for the dog to take into a restaurant or the store. Just something to come home to. And if, because it's Alberta Health, it'd be classified as a service, kind of puts me in the okay, you get the first choice before these people that are just looking for, one for their other dog, or their, because I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see what happens, but take it from there. With work and time, Mason's offered me a spot in his garage, but we got to clean it out. But with work and schedules, and like when we get home at the end of the day, we're bagged. The last thing we're gonna do is clean up in the garage or any of that. Like, I mean, we're beat up, so it's our jobs, it's our trades. So at the end of the day, it's nothing's gonna get done on the weekdays. Weekends, yeah, but I've got to heal up first on my body end, and he's busy in the next few weeks. So hopefully, towards maybe the end of April, we'll get her done and we can get the bike over there. I've got some really nice, cool designs. I'm gonna have to build some of the parts or get some of the parts manufactured, because it's an 81. They're not even made. Some of those parts aren't even made anymore, so they have to be manufactured. I've got to get a gas tank for it, but I'm thinking with the gas tank, because the gas tank comes, from the front of the bike down around. I'm gonna get put, at the bottom, like where the legs are. I'm gonna get, an eye, and then survived, and then right above the gas fill, suicide. I want to do the tank in a shine black, I'm thinking. I'm just not a big fan of the flat back, but doing it in a shine with gold imposed writing, and then maybe get some gold pinstriping going down the side of the tank. All of the lights are going to be LED lights. I'm going to get what's called a tombstone on the back tail light, and that's instead of the horizontal light, it'll be a vertical light for the brake lights, and then the turn lights, I'm gonna get the LED lights where they flash off to the signal side. That's all gonna have to be manufactured. I'm gonna have to fabricate something on that. I'm gonna fabricate new console just because the design from the 80s is totally different than now. I mean, you got a light for oil indicate. Well, you know, half those lights don't even work anymore. So I'm gonna redesign my console on that. But I've got it's gonna be a full ground up restoration. I'll see if I can find some pictures of things I like and put them at the end of this video. We'll see what happens with that, because I actually haven't found anything as to what I'm thinking of originally. Like the tank design is just coming to my head here recently. But the lights I was thinking about doing before, that's just I've got to fabricate those kind of lights, and just kind of get things more updated. It is a shaft drive, which is different than the bikes that they normally make. It's quicker response. It's just a higher maintenance. Like if you drop a shaft, then you're in trouble. So I'm gonna have to make sure. Like I'm gonna do a full rebuild on the engine. I'm gonna take the shaft out. I actually might replace the shaft. I might take it over to Standens and have them do a whole new shaft on there. It's kind of the same idea as a drive shaft on the car. Don't know how much anybody knows about mechanics, but it's going to be a sprocket and the shaft, and so we'll see what happens with that. I don't know. I'd like to see it running this year. My plans are it's a lot of work, but if I've got a place I can go and tinker on it for an hour a night, because right now it's in the parking lot. It's not bad. But it's like 7 degrees out right now. 7-8 degrees. I don't want to go and untarp it because there's 10 minutes work. Work on it for a little bit. Like right now it's 5:30. We're still light out, so I probably have about an hour I could work on it. But then I got to tarp it up, and then I got to come in and eat. And if I can swing by, or come home, eat, and then head over and work on it for a couple hours, and then that'd be great too. It's hard to do in a condo because what I wanted to do I couldn't do. They won't let me, and too hard to carry all the bike parts up the stairs, and then trying to ride down the stairs in this place it probably wouldn't work very well. But yeah, that's kind of the plan, and it's some of that's going to depending on money too, because I was looking on to get a tank for that thing, and just the bare tank's going to be like $700-800. So and then I'm still gonna have to make sure it's pressure tested and welded properly, and then coated inside, and then painted, and all this other stuff. So other than that, I heard from the immigration lawyer from the UK. I was slowly paying into my account for the work visa, spousal work visa over there. So the plan was she was going to come here. We were going to get married, stay here for a little bit. She'd fly home. I'd fill in get the paperwork submitted, and then I'd move over there and I could work. We were doing that for the cost of visas, really. UK's to get a work visa over in the UK. I could go over there. I'm not going to get into the whole. It'd be 4 different visas at £1,300, $2,500 roughly, each one. And I need 4 different visas to do it if I just left here and went over there. But if she came here, I could do it just on the one visa. But either way, it's money. So I was slowly paying in, a little bit every payday. $50 here, $100 there. I got $800 in it Canadian. And so that's about 400 and some pounds. Well, they got back to me. It's non-refundable, so I'm out that money. I could hire an international lawyer, put him on a retainer for $1,000 plus fees to get $800 back. It's not worth it. So I'm writing that off. Unfortunately, that's money that's gone. So shit happens. So other than that, Oh, I did have a missed phone call. The only 5 minutes I didn't have my phone with me. I had a call from a lady from Alberta Health from the hospital, just kind of following up from how everything was. She's gonna come in next week. It was the only 5 minutes since I've been out of the hospital that I actually haven't had my phone on me, and that's just because I was helping Jacob load a hot water tank today. He actually gave me shit for helping him because he's trying to take it easy on me, and that's awesome. But unfortunately, I tried to call back, and it doesn't go to a switchboard, the callback number. So I'll wait till she calls. I'm not sure whether she was just from the ICU or if she was on the mental side. She didn't say, but she said she'll call back next week, and we'll take it from there. Other than that, everything else seems to be on track. I'm healing. It's a slow process, but we're getting there. And thanks for following. And hey, feel free to share. If this, my goal for this is, I mean, it's helping me, but really the idea behind this is if I can help someone else, then at least the pain I'm feeling then and now, at least someone can take something from it and hopefully help someone else. That's the only reason I'm doing some of this. I mean, I could record all this on the computer just for me, and it kind of still has the same benefit for me, but I'm hoping this helps one other person. So hey, feel free to share any of this stuff. Feel free to leave comments. Hey, let's keep it positive, because this is a journey. This is a road. I don't need any of the negative crap. So if you're one of the negative people, piss off. I don't need to hear it. If you want to leave positive comments, things I can do better on these videos, then hey, I'm all for it. And yeah, feel free to share, because the goal is to hopefully help someone else so that they don't go through what I went through and what I'm still going through in the struggle. So the idea is to raise awareness and help save someone else's life before they get into that far deep dark spot that I was. I've tried to record the video of the day before and the day of, and I can't do it. At some point in time, hopefully emotionally, mentally, I'll be ready to record it. I've tried to record the thoughts I was thinking at that time, and I get about 2 minutes in, and I'm bawling, and I can't do it yet. At some point in time, I'm hoping to be comfortable enough to share those feelings, but at this moment, sorry, you're gonna have to wait, because I'm still trying to process some of that. Thanks, and have a wonderful day.